Wake up, Rip City, because Scoot Henderson maybe just played his best game as a Blazer. Gliss and I will discuss that today. We'll also discuss the return of Deni Avdija, the return part 3 or something like that, Gliss. And it's so exciting to see him back on the court. And the vibes are back for the Portland Trail Blazers, getting a nice win, looking like the team that we thought they would be at the beginning of the season. And it seems like we're going in cycles, Gliss. It's just like they're good, they're bad, they're good, they're bad. And now we're back on a good one again. And, this looks like a team that could potentially win a play-in game if things go right for them. But we're excited for all of that. This is Wake Up Rip City. I'm one of your hosts, Alex Moore. Joined alongside me, it's Jay Gliss. And yeah, we'll talk about all that today on the show. Super exciting. The vibes are great. Gliss, it's pretty easy to wake up on the right side of the bed today.
Yeah, just Scoot Henderson. He's kind of like the guy that kind of represents what this season has been like, because it's an up and down. It's kind of like a roller coaster, and as you said, it's been a little bit frustrating lately, because the Blazers they just haven't really gotten to that point where we wanted them to be. Where it felt like they were really going to take off and kind of make a move, but Scoot Henderson played well last night, and yeah, like you said, the vibes are back. It was not a very good basketball team. I feel like the Pacers are kind of like that team that's just kind of in waiting for next year. They're kind of lining up things to be competitive next year. So, it's not the greatest win, but it feels good to get back on that side of things. So.
Yeah, the Blazers win 131-111. They moved to 31-34. The game was back and forth in that first half until the end of the second quarter. That's when the Blazers kind of broke it open. Scoot finishes the game with 19 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Actually, that's what he had in the first half. He finishes with 28 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. And Gliss, the best stat of them all. Zero turnovers. I don't care what else he has. If he has 0 turnovers, it's gonna be a great game. And I was looking at some of his other good games as a Blazer, and a lot of those games had turnovers. I know he had like a 40-point game, I think, last season. He's had some good games. But the thing about those games in the past is they've almost always relied on him getting really hot from 3. Mm-hmm. He shoots 3 from 7 for 3 last night. That's still good. We would love if Scoot was shooting 3 for 7 from 3 most games. But he wasn't relying on his shooting. He was confident last night. He was getting to his spots. I liked all the shots he was taking. I liked how aggressive he was attacking the rim. I saw the vision that we saw when he first came back in that first couple games, and he was really attacking, really finding open players and creating great shots for his teammates. So this was just an awesome game from Scoot. And I think it's important as Blazers fans, as Wake Up Rip City hosts, that we don't get too high or too low on Scoot. So I know we're really high right now, but in those moments when he has struggled, it's important to not get too low on him, because it's going to happen. Of course, he's still, he's got a good sample size going now back from injury, but it does take a while for a point guard to kind of adjust to the NBA game, especially coming off a serious injury like the hamstring. So, this is great from him, but now let's start to string some stuff together. If he strings some games together towards the end of the season and has some good games against good teams too, then that's when I'm going to be really excited. But I'm not going to let this moment slip away. It was awesome last night to see him play so well.
Yeah, just his confidence. I don't think that's ever something we have to worry about. It seems like the guy plays with a lot of confidence. And the thing I liked most about his game last night is like when they go into those replays and you're kind of watching his eyes. That's what I'm looking for when I watch a good point guard. Just the way he's coming up the floor, and he's kind of scoping out what's around him, and that's what gets me excited as a young player. We forget, he's still a really young player. He's going to have struggles, as you said, and we have to kind of figure out his ups and downs, and yeah, he's going to have struggles at times, but it was definitely very exciting to see him have a game like that. And like I said, the 0 turnovers is like the main thing for me. If the Blazers are not turning over the ball, I feel like they can win every single game.
They're going to the championship.
Yeah, I mean, like we're hoisting that trophy. If it's the one thing that the Blazers just, besides the 3-point shooting, but if they're not turning over the ball, they have a chance to win every single game. So that gets me excited to see a guy like that who plays that way, who plays an aggressive style as a point guard out there. If he's not turning over the ball, that's a really, really good thing for the Blazers. So
awesome game from Scoot. So happy to see it. And then we have the return, part 3 of Deni Avdija. He scores 18 points. And did I write this down, Gliss? He had 8 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 blocks, and only 1 turnover. I was like, I was looking at one of my notes this morning. I was like, what? This is a crazy stat line, but a classic Deni stat line. It was just nice to see him attacking the rim with such aggression. He had a few and ones in this game. He looked like himself, and I mean, I was ecstatic. And what I love about it is I think it was handled the right way.
Yeah,
they put him on a minutes restriction. He felt ready to go. He looked like himself, and it's like, this is what's important. Let him go out there, let him get his feel again. And it just felt like this was the right time for him to come back. And I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that's okay. But this was an exciting game for Deni, and I kept thinking about this the whole time I was watching the game last night. The offense looks completely different when he's out on the court. Completely different. He changes the whole game.
Yeah,
it's like, I think we talked about this last time, but it's like, oh man, when the offense is not moving, and when he's out there, it just changes everything. I mean, you saw how Scoot played. Drew Holiday, it changes Drew Holiday's role. He doesn't have to be like a creator who's like running everything all the time. Like he can get to his spots and and find his opportunities to score so much easier. And when Deni's out there, and it just changes everything. So happy to see Deni back out there on the court.
Yeah, you nailed it, because I felt like they played it perfectly. Like, it felt like a lot of his run that he got was once the game was kind of out of reach, and that's a great thing. It kind of felt like he was just out there kind of playing a pickup game. Like, it wasn't. They didn't need him, but he was out there doing his thing when he had the opportunity, and that was a good thing to see. And like you said, it's with the injury he's been dealing with, it's always going to kind of linger in the back of your mind. That's a tough thing to deal with, and you hope it doesn't come back up. But to see him out there, it really does. We said how, like, they haven't been playing the way that we hoped that they would be playing at this point in the season. But we forget that there hasn't been Deni for a while. There hasn't been shaedon Sharpe. They're missing 2 of their key pieces right now. So, I mean, really, the offense runs through Deni, and as you said, Drew Holiday is almost like, he's just kind of there. Like, when we have Deni in the offense, like, he just is like the guy that makes solid decisions and kind of assists in making things run. But Deni is really the guy in the offense. So, to have him back and to see him out there healthy and, like you said, is just contributing at the same level that we've come to expect from him, even in limited minutes, was awesome. So I'm hoping that he can stay healthy, because that's going to make a big difference if he can be out there and contribute during this stretch run.
Drew Holiday finishes the game with 21 points. Jeremy Grant adds 21 points. Shout out to Jeremy Grant. I think he's looked awesome these last few games, and he's been aggressive, and he's getting to his spots, and he's shooting his threes with confidence too. That's the Jeremy Grant that I want to see on this Blazers team. So he's been great too.
He's looked efficient for sure.
Yeah. Yes. Efficient. That's the important word with Jeremy Grant. He's looked efficient. Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, Gliss. Tuesday, I'm very interested / nervous / excited for this game. The Hornets come to town. I mean, the Hornets, you could argue, are playing the best. I almost don't want to say it because it sounds so wrong, but you could argue they're playing the best basketball in the NBA since like January. It's like I can't even say it seriously because it sounds so like I can't even admit it, but it's true. And they're a really fun and exciting team, and I'm kind of jealous at how fun and exciting they are because I'm like, why can't that be me? But they come to town. Obviously, they beat the Blazers, fairly easily in Charlotte. You have the whole battle, or it's not really a battle, but of course you have Brandon Miller and Scoot, went next to each other in the draft, and Scoot was supposed to go number 2 in that draft, and Brandon Miller ends up going 2. A lot of people feel that that's being proven correct now, and and so that whole battle is going on. Knippel is an exciting rookie. Will probably win Rookie of the Year. The Blazers did manage to shut him down the last time they played, but this guy's an incredible shooter. So exciting game on Tuesday, but yeah, I mean, I'm a little nervous, but I was like, okay, this is another chance for Scoot to really the Hornets got them last time. This is another chance for them to this is a chance to tie up the series and get a good win against a really good team.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm kind of, broken record at this point because it's like we're in the stretch run. So it's like they need to step up. And the last time we talked, I was kind of saying Drew Holiday had made that comment like we need to win this road trip, and they did not win the road trip.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the time they got to get it together. And if you could get a win at home, and then they got to go out on another road trip as well. So this is, to me, this is an important game. Every game is important at this point. Last night was the first time I found myself looking at other games while I was watching the Blazers.
Me too.
Me too. So we're kind of in that scoreboard watching territory now. They're a couple games back from moving up, but if they go on a run, I mean, they have a chance. They have a chance to make a run, and I would love to get a home playing game at the Moda Center.
That's the dream, right?
Yeah, that's the dream right now. So that's what I'm looking for, and if they're going to do it, they have to go out and do it. So I mean, this is the time. So they got to win a game like this at home.
Absolutely agreed. And looking back at the Pacers game last night, like, I know that wasn't the Pacers at full strength, but I was, and I hadn't looked at the Pacers roster until the game had started. But I was like, I know all these guys because I followed them so closely during their last run or last year's playoff run, and was really rooting for them. And I was like, I know all these guys. So that wasn't necessarily a team that, like, okay, yeah, they've only won 15 games this season, so I'm probably being a little bit crazy here. But it's like, I was like, these are guys who just played in the NBA Finals last year, and obviously they're missing their best player, and they got, don't have Miles Turner anymore. But I'm on the Pacers. I'm kind of excited to see the Pacers next year, adding potentially a first-round pick to this roster, and then Zubac and getting back Tyrese Halliburton. Yeah, that's an exciting team. So, of course, only won 15 games this year, but Pascal Siakam, man, the way that guy plays, I really
still love that guy. Awesome. I still wish he's one of those dream guys. Like I would love to see him in a Blazers uniform. Like and
seeing
I've
him
been
play
on that
so
train
hard
for a long time.
Oh yeah. Seeing him play so hard for like a team that's won 15 games. I mean, obviously he's not going to sit down, but it's like this dude still cares, there's the vision is there for the Pacers. You can see it. All right, Gliss. Anything else to add before we log off here? Two more home games, right? We got the Hornets on Tuesday, and I think the Jazz. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but so it's man, you kind of hope for 2-0. I'm not gonna even say split. I don't think it's a split anymore. It's you got to go for 2-0. Charlotte game will be tough. I envision it's going to be a hard game, but the Blazers should be able to take it, especially if Deni is, looking more and more like himself and Scoot continues to play like he did. But that's the thing with Scoot is we need some consistency.
Yeah, it's the time is now. They gotta.
The time is now.
Like I said, they got to win these games at home, and at least split when they're out on the road, because if they want to get that home, that's what everybody's hoping for. If they want to get that home playoff game, they got to make their move. So you got to win those home games for sure.
This has been the Wake Up RipCity podcast. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Gliss has been working on our Instagram. I know we've really been focused on YouTube, but we want to grow our Instagram as well. That's where we'll put a lot of our clips, and you'll see those there. So give us a follow on there. Throw us a comment. We love to hear from you, and we guarantee that we'll respond to it as well. We love talking with everyone and love talking basketball, so it's always fun. All right, this has been Wake Up RipCity. We'll see you next time.